I'm Ginella Massa, live outside Yorkdale Mall, where police are continuing their investigation after shots rang out inside the shopping center. The mall has shut down for the rest of the evening. We got an update from Superintendent just a little while ago. Here's what he told us about the latest on that investigation.
Around 2:50 in the afternoon, Toronto Police Communications received a number of 911 calls to advise us that there had been a discharge of a firearm in the Yorkdale Mall. We already had police officers on scene. They responded quickly. What we can gather at this point is there was an altercation between two groups of men. At some point, one of the individuals from one of the groups discharged a firearm at least twice, a handgun. Those individuals appear to have left the mall. They're not inside. We are securing the mall, checking right now for outstanding evidence as well as any suspects.
And police are still looking for those suspects that they believe fled the mall after the shooting. As we mentioned earlier in the show, it was quite chaotic getting out of here with the subway shut down at Yorkdale and the mall on lockdown. And we spoke with some witnesses, a young group of boys who had just arrived at the mall, were on their way to watch a movie. They told us what happened.
Someone shoot it. First, we are going to cinema, and we are walking on the second floor. Yeah. And first, some group, like 5 or 6 people, the black guys, started running, and after we heard the sound, and I saw his hand and his pant. I don't remember his t-shirt color, but his pants is blue and has white. The something color of the pant, and his hand is like this, and I hear the first shot and I look my somewhere, and I start running. The people is following me, and we go to outside the door, and after stair, and we go to downside.
So how was the shooter alone?
I believe
the shooter wasn't alone, but he was with a group of people. But he
was shooting at the group of people.
Yeah, no, he wasn't alone. Like, he was with a group of people, and then he just raised his gun, and then we saw people running first, maybe his friends or family, we don't know. They were running, and then what happened was that
he shot up in the air.
Yeah.
Now, as police had mentioned, they believe it was 2 groups of people, one shooting towards the other, 2 gunshots fired. They are still looking for those suspects, and it was quite chaotic inside the mall. Of course, it's an extremely busy shopping center. We're just a couple of days away from back to school. Children, families here doing their shopping, and we spoke with another group of witnesses about the chaos that unfolded after those shots rang out.
We were at Nadej, just on the corner across from Hunter, and we just heard shots and then ran to take cover because we were literally right beside it happening, and everyone just kind of panicked and ran, and we just had to stay under this little ledge in there for 6 minutes before getting evacuated out.
When we were under the ledge, there was people falling over me just to take cover. Right. It was just panic. People were just trying to get to safety, just running every direction.
We were just leaving one of the stores,
and the alarm went off right as we were leaving, and basically everyone just started sprinting out.
Yeah, with strollers and everything.
Yeah.
Were there any, was mall security providing you guys with any direction or anything like that?
No.
And we just thought it was one of the other fire alarms at Yorkdale, so we just kept walking for a little bit more.
Yeah. And then we realized it was probably a bit more than just a fire alarm. Yeah. So we started leaving as well.
And Mayor Tory issued a statement shortly after that shooting this afternoon. He says whether it's at Yorkdale Mall or anywhere else in Toronto, people should not have to worry about gun violence breaking out at any time. There are too many guns available to criminals in the city, and I'm determined to end that with the help of our police and our government partners. I'm relieved that there are no reports of injuries from gunfire, and I hope that remains true. And as you heard in that statement, no injuries. One woman was transported to hospital. She was in distress, and we're told that 2 others suffered some minor injuries during the running out of the building. Police here remain on scene. We're told that employees can come back in and get their vehicles from the parking lot. Some of them are still waiting to get back in and get their belongings because the mall was shut down and they were sent out. And that happened just before 3. It's now 6 o'clock, so they are still waiting to get their belongings because the mall is closed for the rest of the evening, and they're hoping to get home.